2 games played away. We got 4 points out of it. You must be very happy with the start of the season.
Yep. And today was more like us. Like I said, Saturday, I didn't think we sort of got into our rhythm at all. Funny enough, I think the opposition today are better than Wormley, and provided different sort of threats. But we prepared for that really, due to our intel, that told us what to expect, and obviously we know Tafari playing in the opposition as well. But yeah, we want to impose our style, regardless of what the opposition's style they play, we have our own sort of identity and we want to play that. We want to find a way of sort of playing entertaining football, because I feel that's what the modern day player wants to do. You want to get on the ball, you want to play, you want to make passes, have transitions and play. Much better performance. We scored the goals at the right time because they did put us under limits of pressure. But again, it shows sort of our maturity in terms of obviously being able to manage games, manage situations, and then sort of hit them when the counter happens. So yeah, very very happy. And it gives us something to build on. Obviously, with our home game coming up on Saturday.
Couple of goals on the break. I think, obviously Arthur's first goal was fantastic. A ball out when we'd been facing quite a bit of pressure. And then Dino scored from his
David Beckham.
Own half.
Own half, yeah.
Well, own half.
I just think I think because Noah and Arthur were getting in a lot from the ball over the top, I think that's what Dino tried to play really.
Okay,
and I think the goalkeeper sort of like misread it, and then
yes,
I think that's why Dino was a bit embarrassed to celebrate. Normally you get the "soo" from Dino, don't you? Dino's version of it.
It's actually good to remember us what Dino's celebration is.
Yeah. I'm happy for him. But obviously, he's been on the bench. He's come on. He's got given instructions, and he's carried them out, and he's got a goal for it.
We did absorb a lot of pressure in the first half.
Yeah, I think again it's sort of our learning curve in terms of obviously playing at this sort of level, because we're not going to have it all our own way. Last season was last season. We could sort of dominate majority of the games, and they wouldn't have much to us. But of course, when you got someone like Xhaka, who's always going to be a threat, constant threat. And to be honest, over the course of the game, I think we dealt with his threat quite well. Charlie and Junior pocketing on that side, and obviously we brought on Dean for the extra sort of recovery pace there. So I thought we dealt with it quite well, but someone of his quality would always get a chance, It was a good finish from him. But saying that, like I said, I think we hit them at the right time, and that's going to be very important this season, where we're soaking up, absorbing a lot of pressure, but making sure that we sort of stick to our formation, stick to obviously what our tactics, our plan of action is, and eventually I feel we will get the chances, because when you got, as I said, Noah, Fred, Arthur, all these players, they will threat any team in this league, and it's just about us supplying them the ammunition.
I tried to keep the ball a bit. We were sort of towards the latter stages of the game. We were sort of struggling to keep possession of the ball and keep the pressure off us. So I just tried to calm it down a little bit. I thought there was a few nice plays towards the end there, but I thought everyone sort of stuck to the plan really, and kept minimal touches on the ball, picked the easy option, and tried to play forward as much as possible.
Certainly, first half felt like a couple of sucker punches from us. I think we soaked up quite a lot. We weren't quite able to progress the ball as much as we would have liked, I would have thought, but it's interesting. You mentioned the striker Shaka, I think his name is. In general play, it felt quite comfortable. Like we're not on the verge of conceding here, but players like that, even if they don't have too much of the ball, there's going to be a moment or two, probably in every half at this level, where he's going to get a chance, and that's how it proved. One of which he took in the second half. So it felt a bit like we were soaking up a little bit. I think second half it was more even in terms of the possession between the two sides, and as these guys have mentioned, if you can kind of build a foundation, a defensive foundation upon which to release players like Noah, Arthur, Julian glues it together really well, all of these guys, then we can hit teams on the break and blow everyone away on our day. So I think, if you look at the first half, we had, I think, 3 attacks really, and scored 2 goals, I think. So they were clinical today, and so hats off to them.
An improvement on Saturday though. Didn't have any shots on target.
I think to be fair to the players, on Saturday they got grilled by the management, and they came back and with a great response. Scored 4 goals from away from home.
So
scored, won the game. Yeah.
we didn't have that many chances. We did actually put them away. It was like, I don't know, 5 shots on target or something like that.
I mean, we looked more threatening, and that was very important for us. I don't think we looked too threatening on Saturday, and we just couldn't get it together for whatever reason. But like I said, I'll put sort of some pointers, because we play midweek now, so the reflection time is different from last season, where we'd have a week, sort of reflect over a game, put a plan into action for training, and then go again Saturday. But we don't really have that sort of time, so we just put some few pointers in to the players, and then we just sort of wipe the clean slate and sort of like, we've got a point on the board, a clean sheet. Let's take the positives from it, and then we go again. We can get a win here. It's a very steady start for, again, what we are is a promoted team. That's what always people will look at us as. So we had quite a few opposition here. Watching the game. So again, they're going to go away knowing, obviously, Clapton, a team that won't be easily beat. 4 points from 2 away matches. Yes.
We're back at the Dog on Saturday. Everything to look forward to.
Oh, 100%. We start our campaign at step 6, don't we? So obviously, hopefully, we'll get a good attendance as we usually do, and make it a fortress as we have done. I mean, not to jinx it, we haven't lost there probably in 2 years at home fixture. So we've got something to sort of protect. But that will always be our foundation, our home form, to know where we sort of finish in the table, and if we can make it a place where we hardly lose at all. There's no reason why we can't be at the higher end of the table, as Jack was saying, top 6. You just don't know, what I mean? This sort of first 10-15 games will be sort of free-for-all, where teams are beating teams and teams are settling themselves and stuff. So if we can stay consistent in that period, it sets us up for the rest of the season.
And I think in that context, obviously, when you view the 2 games, 4 points out of 6, 2 away games. We've had 5-6 players come into the first team 16, all made massive contributions already. So I think we have to look at the 2 games and think, great start to the league.
A lot of positives.
We're all absolutely buzzing to get back to the OSD on Saturday. But yeah, I think we look at this and think, great start, good foundation to kick on now. So feeling good, I think.